Cody Sign actually slowed down and shut out. He's by himself and he pops 2 kills already to Hanser. And TSM gonna walk it down the bottom lane.
All of the thieves. What are they doing?
Ryu, why show up there? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's 3v5, a triple kill now for Hanser.
What's up everyone, Nyaaru here. In honor of 100 Thieves convincing 0-3 against Team Liquid in the LCS Spring Split final, this week on the Mental Breakdown, let's have a walk down memory lane and have a look at a game from earlier this split that I think perfectly depicts why this team were able to make it all the way to the finals. More specifically, the deciding team fight between 100 Thieves and TSM that occurred in week 3 of the NA LCS. One could argue that playing from behind is one of the most challenging aspects of professional League of Legends. Orchestrating a comeback not only requires extreme situational understanding, but also near perfect setup and execution. With no room for mistakes, this makes it a feat that even the best teams in the world struggle with. 100 Thieves demonstrated a beautiful example of this in their match against TSM, proving themselves as one of the best teamfighting teams in the league. Let's get into it. 40 minutes into the game, 100 Thieves find themselves at a severe disadvantage. TSM is up almost 10k gold and they just secured both Baron and the Elder Dragon that also happens to be powered by 3 Oceans and a Mountain Drake. TSM has everything, the Thieves have nothing. They're gonna need a miracle to pull themselves out of this one. 100 Thieves has a few things going for them, however. In the previous team fight, they managed to hold their own fairly well. There were barely any casualties on either side, but the Thieves managed to come out with a summoner advantage. Most importantly, there are no flashes on the enemy carries. With this information, they realized that this is the time to strike. It's now or never. Due to great wave management, 100 Thieves have kept top and mid lane pushed, forcing TSM to relocate their attack to the bottom lane, where they lack vision completely. 100T knows this and are prepared to respond accordingly. As the TSM players are making their way down bot, 100 Thieves starts by setting up an extremely cheeky death bush consisting of Someday, the remaining members of 100 Thieves are set up as follows. Cody-san is standing a safe distance from the enemy team while still being close enough to be able to follow the engage and to clean up eventual fleeing TSM members. Afremu, Ryu and Meteos are lurking in the jungle just outside TSM's field of vision, ready to pounce. As soon as Hanser and Mike Young get a little too close, hell is unleashed. Someday chooses to focus Mike Young, whose lack of MR makes him paper thin and extremely vulnerable to Vlad's attacks. As Someday and Cody-san start to kite backwards, the rest of 100 Thieves execute their flank. This forces the attention of Mithy, Sven and Bjergsen, and thus dividing the team fight into 2 parts, making it an easily manageable 2v2 for the Vlad and Cog. Cody gets hit by a barrel but uses a beautiful Icathian surprise, dodging the Glacial Prison and, with no flashes on Sven and Bjergsen, managed to almost one-shot TSM's backline. Ryu reacts instantly and makes the hero play. He teleports behind TSM with Destiny and draws all the focus to himself. Although dying in the process, he allows the Cog and Vlad to get out, relatively unharmed. Looking back, 100 Thieves demonstrated team coordination, mechanical superiority, and most important of all, patience. Their ability to dictate the pace of the game despite being at a massive deficit proved crucial in eventually pulling off the impossible comeback. And their way to lure TSM into a false sense of security by thinking they were the ones in control, just to flip everything on their heads at a moment's notice, is nothing less than admirable. With this clean team fight, 100 Thieves made sure the game ended merely 40 seconds after Someday's engage, securing themselves one of the top spots at scoreboard, where they belong going into week 4.